Hi, everyone. I want to introduce a great friend. She's become a friend. She attends my Zooms. She attends my meetings. She's been to healings. So this is Dorothy from Chicago. Welcome, Dorothy.
Yep.
And today we're going to talk about, Dorothy, you attended a meditation called Awakening the Infinite Self with myself and Suresh. And during that meditation, we did a meditation at the end. First, we did a speaking, but then Sharice and I took you into a deep meditation. You had said that you had such a shift, like
Mm.
you didn't even expect that this was going to happen in this meditation.
Never saw that train coming at me. I know. I never saw that bus. I don't know where it came from. That meditation, yeah, I had no expectations. I was, going to learn about meditation. And the very first part was very educational, illuminating. But when you went into the part where, you were just saying what spirit told you, you mentioned we need to get rid of the junk. We need to get rid of that garbage we've been carrying. I don't care if it happened. And you named 5 ages for life. And even at that time, I think I sat right up.
Really?
And after the meditation, I sat down and I looked at that and I thought, if there's anything that I've ever held on to in my life, those were the most difficult experiences that I had. And isn't that strange? And after that, I contacted a friend who is a psychological counselor, and we discussed these, and I went over those times, and I came to the conclusion that the reason for pointing this out is they were the life experiences, the life lessons I was supposed to learn from. And I have done that, and I can now let them go. You have no idea what a really big change in life is. It's like, going from black and white to living in color. Um, it was something else because I work in the field of aging. I know in working with older people how sometimes, and particularly women, they're hanging on to difficult things from their past. They take that into growing old. And I wonder if that wasn't going on with me, and it's not anymore. I am forever in awe of what you are able to say. And I think that's why I am so appreciative of your Zooms. When I look at you, I remember the work I have done with you and the change it has made for me. And I just, it's more than I can comprehend still. But I'm working.
Well, thanks. I just let spirit take over. And they walked me through those different ages, right? And we have people globally listening to this.
Mhm.
And for it to hit spot on for each age, all those ages for you. And I can remember in that meditation talking about those different ages and how they were difficult, but that at the end, we walked into the ocean to cleanse ourselves from it.
And I recall that. And you came out of the ocean having been cleansed, but now you were dry. I had to work on that one for a while, but it's something.
Well, it just showed the shift, right?
Mhm.
We cleansed it and it's all gone. And when you emailed me and told me that I hit on all those different ages,
Oh,
I just got gratitude to the divine. Like, I would not know that.
and I think that for me, it's something those are difficult experiences I've always tried to bury. But I have to acknowledge now, at times throughout life, they have come back at me. I don't know why. There is amazing peace in going through the process of acknowledging they were life lessons. It's a part of what I was meant to experience, perhaps, or it's a part of me. The hardest thing to look back on is the fact that you were so spot. You didn't miss one of them. And the healing for me wasn't immediate. I had to talk about it, realize what each meant, and let go. But I did the work. I got there. And you gave me the map.
I do say that healing can be a process. Like you have to do the work, and sometimes it's not. I mean, it just happens instantaneously, and then other times, like for this instance, you had to recognize it, you had to feel it, you had to go deeper and let it go, but it brought it to the surface. And when you talked about this with what we do, people humanly, we look back and we put so much guilt in and heaviness on the things that we may have done that we think is wrong, and I could have been a
Like,
better person, all of that, when really, if we look at it like you said, life lessons, it molded us into being the person we are today.
exactly. And that's spot on. That's it exactly. And you began that with, they're telling us, Spirit is telling me to get rid of the junk, to let it go. And then you identified the junk. So I went and did that job, and I can't tell you what a life-changing experience isn't the appropriate word, just what a life-changing path that has been for me.
Well,
Um,
you must feel lighter, because when we hang
well,
on to that, we just have that heaviness and that gloom, or maybe just we don't feel good about ourselves. But when we can let that go, we shine brighter.
we shine brighter, and I am more aware of seizing the miracles before me now. In other words, it really makes living in the present moment a possibility, a reality, where I think sometimes when we're hanging on to nonsense, it's hard to appreciate what we have before us, perhaps. Um,
Mhm.
it's definitely something I am still in awe of. Um, it is hard to believe that you can bring forward stuff that is just so personally spot on. What can I say?
Well, that's just it. It's I don't know anything, right? I'm just letting
Absolutely not.
totally go. But spirit, the divine, the God, what your source, whatever you may call your heavenly Father, knows everything. And this is proof, right?
When you say that, knows everything. I can remember thinking, boy, they see there isn't a moment I should have said that.
But there's no judgment,
No, there isn't.
right? And so I think what we are is we are so hard on ourselves that we put that judgment on. Where in the session it was like, just let go of it. I don't care about it. I love you for you. Let go of it. And when we heard those, they're simple but yet profound words that are said, it kind of just clicks. It makes sense. But I think for you, because it went right to those specific ages, it you could deny, like, oh my gosh, I yes, I'm being talked to.
And those experiences, probably in difficulties now, I would remember other difficulties, the ones that you mentioned. And I think having gone through a couple of health challenges, I had remembered those not so very long ago. So it was easy for me to pick up on what you were highlighting. And oh my goodness.
Well, thank you for sharing this, and thank you
Oh
for
no,
sharing how it
I-
changed you.
thank you isn't powerful enough to tell you. I am in awe of your gift, and you have no idea of how life changing it is, how
Oh,
humbling.
it's so sweet. Makes me cry just like hearing you say that, like, because
Oh no.
I love my work, but I'm so grateful for being able to do this work for others. And by you speaking this,
Mhm.
it just shows the power that's out there and what's really truly happening. I mean, the proof of miracles, that's what it is.
And right. And it is so real that I still am saying, is this real? It is,
Like, how did that happen? How did you know that? Exactly.
don't quite get it, but it was what I needed. And I didn't realize that. And that's the miracle of it all.
Yeah, because it pulls stuff up from way deep down, and you forgot about that. We push it away. And when we have to pull that up, that's healing. That's really healing. So,
And it reminds me that when I went through those difficult times, I wasn't alone. I can now truly embrace that fact that that is how I always survived. Spirit was with me. And I think I needed to reach out and acknowledge that just because of where I was. So I am forever grateful.
No, I'm grateful for you too. Thank you for your story,
Thank
and
you.
God bless you.
Thank you.
Thanks everybody for listening, and I'm grateful for you too. Until we speak again. Bye for now.